American Rifleman Television presents I Have This Old Gun.
Hi, we're at the NRA's 9th Annual National Gun Collectors Show and Conference in Houston, Texas. I'm Phil Schreier.
Ray Inyer.
Ray, where are you from?
Edwardsville, Kansas.
Pleasure to meet you, Ray. Tell me what you brought here today.
Well, it's a 1896 Lee Enfield. It was converted to Charger loader in 1909 by Vickers Sons and Maxim. And even though it's in pretty rough shape, I bought it because the story that came with it. It came out on Al-Qaeda safe house in western Pakistan, just across the Afghan border, in September of 2002.
That's great. Now, basically, what we've got is, like you said, a Lee Enfield. This is the very earliest of the Lee Enfield patterns that were adopted by the British military at the end of the 19th century. These guns even saw use on through the First World War, and a lot of them even after that is so attested by your affidavit here. They're still in use in different parts of the world. But it was really the emergence of the British .303 caliber standard service cartridge, and bolt action has a very interesting little accessory here. This is the Charger cutoff, or magazine cutoff. That way you could load one shot at a time and by hand, and you'd still have a full magazine of 10 rounds to be able to go to war with. You said it came from Afghanistan. A lot of times in gun collecting, people say, buy the gun, don't buy the story, because generally the stories can't be backed up. It's one thing to say that this was Buffalo Bill's gun, but you got to prove it. And being from Missouri or thereabouts, you show me state, right?
Right.
Generally, a gun like this might be, $1,200 in great condition. But what you've got is great. It's a letter of authenticity, an affidavit, notarized, signed by the individual that actually brought the gun back from Afghanistan. And that helps a lot. I mean, that makes it what it is. It makes it a little bit more valuable than had it just been a regular Lee Enfield in this kind of condition. Whereas this gun has seen a lot of use, and to a general British military collector wouldn't be that desirable. It's loose. There's very worn parts. It's missing the top handguard and such. The gun isn't really a collector's item until you read the affidavit, which is great. It is, in this case, the story that goes with it that makes the difference. And it's also interesting to note that in Operation Enduring Freedom, which is the operation in Afghanistan, the soldiers are actually able to bring back a war trophy if it was made before 1898, as this gun was. It's marked 1896. In Operation Iraqi Freedom, they're having trouble even being allowed permission to bring home an AK-47 bayonet. So it doesn't matter how old the guns are over there, they're not allowed to bring them home, which is a real shame. So you've got a very rare piece of historical firepower here, of true enemy gun of the war on terrorism. But Ray, thanks very much for sharing that with us today.
You're welcome.